Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we will put some lights on mental development, emotional development, and we will talk about something about this adolescence. Uh, this presentation is for class 12th. Dear students, this mental or intellectual development pertains to the development of intellectual abilities, that is, improvement in ways of responding to varied stimuli, biological inheritance of mental abilities, language development, socio-economic status, occupational status of parents, and rural or urban residents influence one's intellectual development. Dear students, here we will uh, talk about some characteristics of intellectual development of children. That is, number one, in infancy. At the time of birth, the child is mentally immature. By the third month, bodily sensations form the lot of mental experiences. By the 6 month, vocalization by means of imitation and duplication of sound begins. By the first year, the child will be learning the first use of words by imagination. Uh, in childhood, there will be considerable increase in the vocabulary and span of attention and memory facilitating this formal education. Interest in adventurous activities increases. Sensory perceptual learning begins. Capacity for deductive reasoning develops. Desire for specific learning increases. And in adolescence, there will be development of critical, independent, and abstract thinking, facilitating abstract and symbolic learning. Ability for creativity and productivity develops. Widening of interest in specific aptitudes takes place. uh, students, conceptual learning takes place, and finally maximum mental maturity is attained by the age of 16. Dear students, this emotional development is closely related to physical development. It means development of normal emotional behavior. Emotional development is very important for the proper development of individual's personality. Emotional maturity of the parents, attitude of the parents towards children, and their treatment and methods of bringing up children, the type of discipline imposed at home and in the school affect emotional growth. Dear students, some characteristic feature of emotional development are as in infancy at birth only undifferentiated excitement is noticed. By third month, distress and discontentment are discernible. By fifth month, smile is noticed. By sixth month, fear due to loss of support or sudden loud noise is witnessed. In childhood, love of classmates and other associates of the same group takes place. It leads to formation of groups and peer groups. School life plays an important role in forming the emotional behavior of the child. Other patterns of love and sympathy develops, and in adolescence, slight emotional imbalance develops due to sex maturity. Selfishness, greediness, and high sensitivity develop. Frequent emotional outbursts of excitement and depression ensues. Emotion of love dominates the thinking of adolescence. The sublimation of emotional impulses into aesthetic and cultural pursuits begins. Dear students, uh, this adolescence, we'll talk about the period of this adolescence. This adolescence, what I should say, we'll talk about the characteristics of this adolescence, even I should say the problems. The stage of adolescence consists of the age between 12 to 18 years. This stage is known as the delicate age of an individual. All aspects of the personality of an individual develop rapidly at this stage. There is a sort of change in physical characteristics, mental characteristics, emotional characteristics, social characteristics. Dear students, this adolescence reveals great and rapid change in all aspects of the character. Uh, from a physical point of view, almost all the glands of the adolescents began to work normally. Hence, their physical activities reach the mature stage. The intellect of an adolescent acquires maturity. The adolescent develops full and normal intelligence. The behavior of an adolescent becomes critical and self-revealing. The emotions of an adolescent become strong and powerful to a great extent. The boy shows strong emotions of love and hatred at this stage. Uh, the goals and ideas of an adolescent are very high. Dear students, the adolescent generally wants to live alone. He has only one or two friends. He shows tendency to live outside home along with his friends. He generally shows opposition to his parents at home and to his teachers at the school. Dear students, there are different problems of adolescence, that is adjustment with self. There is unbalanced physical development in adolescence, mental adjustment. When we talk about the will, if we will report about this mental adjustment, the mental field of children develops to a great extent during this stage of adolescence. The adolescent child begins to take interest in many mental aspects of life and wants to participate in many mental activities. The teacher can help them in choosing proper mental activities and occupations. There is a sort of complication emotional adjustment. The adolescent student is uh, became so much emotionally developed that they can't find ways and means to express their emotions. Hence the teacher should find ways and means for full expression of the emotions of adolescent students. Dear students, adjustment with family. Every adolescent wants to have freedom from family. He develops differences with the members of his family. uh, Similarly, adjustment with society. The adolescent is generally unsocial in his nature. The teacher should try to make him social by drawing a good picture of society before him. The teacher should also give all adolescent students ample chances to mix in society by allotting them duties of social activities in their localities. Dear students, there are other explanations about this adolescence, but uh, we had to upload this very particular lecture. It will take much time to get uploaded, so I think I should just make it short. uh, it is nice explanation, I think. This explanation is sufficient to had understanding the kind of observation about this very concept, like this physical development, mental development, emotional development, and adolescence as well. Dear students, this was all about the growth and development. And in the previous lecture, we also talked about uh, many dimensions of this uh, chapter. And this one was the last lecture about this very particular uh, chapter. Inshallah, in the next lecture, we will discuss um, other lesson as well. Thank you, my dear students. Thank you.